We'll be looking at the now function. The now function returns the current date and time as a date and time value. This method used is pretty easy. Let's look at an example. Here, what we have to do is to put in our equals to sign and put in the now function, open parenthesis, and put in the closing parenthesis. So we don't have to put anything inside of this parenthesis. All right, so we click on our enter key, and here we have it. We have this value which contains our system date and time. All right, so we're looking at the advanced ways of using this now function, and this will require us to join now function with other functions. Okay, so let's look at that as an example. All right, so we have this as an example, and let's see how we can be able to answer all these questions. So remember, the now function gives you the system date and time. All right, so here we have this sentence here which says we find the last week, same time. And for us to be able to get this, it's pretty much easy. All right, so we want to find last week, same time, put in the equals to, then the now function, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. So since we're finding the same time last week, what we just have to put is -7. 7 days makes a week. All right. So once we click on enter, here we have it. Same time last week. All right. So let's look at the next example here. Next week, same time. So this is futuristic. So what we just have to do, the same process, but the only difference is to change the sign. So this time around it's going to be +7. So same time next week, and here we have it. Okay. Then we have the next example, which is 90 days from now. All right. To do this, what we just have to put is the equals to now and open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and plus 90. And here we have it, 90 days from now. Okay. 90 days from now, rounded to the nearest hour. In this example, we are going to be using the MROUND function. We're going to be using the MROUND function. So what is the MROUND function? So the MROUND function is used to convert the number to the nearest multiple numbers of the given number. And here we have this as an example. They want us to find the 90 days from now and rounding it the time to the nearest hour. All right. So for us to be able to do this, we need to use the MROUND function. So the MROUND function rounds that number upward or downward depending on the specified number. Okay. So let's see how we can actually do this. So the first thing we need to do is to introduce the MROUND function. Then right inside the MROUND function, we have two syntax. We have the number and we have the multiple. So in the number, we're going to put in the now function. Close parenthesis. Then plus 90. All right. So we're trying to get the date, comma. And the next thing is to put the multiple. So we're going to put it in, round it up to the nearest hour. So that will be 1, All right. So this is the multiple. Remember, we want to round it up to the nearest hour. So this is just an hour. Then we close the parenthesis. All right. So once this is done, we click on enter. And here we have it. So presently the time is 15:46, but it has been rounded up to the desired number, which is desired multiple, I mean, which is in into the nearest 1 hour, and that's why we have it this as a result. But presently the time is 15:46. Okay. So the next example we're looking at is how can we get 3 months from now and removing the time. So this time around, we all know that the now function gave us the system date and time, but now we just want the date, not including the time. All right. So for us to be able to get that, we have to introduce a function which is called the EDATE function. So what is the EDATE function? The EDATE is a date and time function in Excel which adds a given number or month into a date. All right. So it adds a given number of a month into a date. So using the EDATE function, it's only give us a date, but not the time included in it. All right. So let's see how it's being done. So let's introduce the EDATE function. Now in the EDATE function, we need to put in the start date, and the start date is going to be um now. All right. Then the month which we have to get, which is 3 months from now. So we want to get 3 months from now. What would that be? So for the months, we just have to put in 3, and we close the parenthesis and enter. And here we have it. 3 months from now is 30th November 2023. All right. So now we understand what the EDATE function is. The EDATE function, as explained before, indicates the number of months before or after the start date. So we're still going to repeat the same EDATE function in this example in here. We want to find 12 months from now, time removed. So same process. We put in the equals to EDATE parentheses. Then our start date is going to be now, comma. Then the month is going to be 12 months. So we just put in 12 and we close the brackets and enter. And here we have it. 12 months from now will be 30th of August 2024. All right. So we're looking at next year. First day of current month. How can we actually get the first day of current month? Presently, there's no function that can help us to find the present first day of a particular month, but there's a function which we can use to find the last day of a particular month. All right, and that function is the EOMONTH function. So this helps us to find the last day of a particular month. All right, so the question here says find the first day of current month. We are presently in August and we want to find the first day of August. And for us to be able to do that, we need to find the last day of the previous month and add it by 1 for us to get the first day of this month. All right, so let's see how we can do that. So the EU month, you put in the function open parenthesis, then our start date is going to be now. Then once we've done that, we put in comma to take us to the next syntax, the months. So instead of us putting in 1, because if we do this, let me show you, it's going to give us the last day of the previous month. Okay, so that's not what we want. We want to find the first day of this month. Okay, so we're going to put in -1 in here. Then outside of this parenthesis, we're going to put plus one. So this plus one is like one other day added to the last day of the previous month. Okay. So once we do that, we click on OK, and you see what it gives us. It gives us 1st of August 2023. Okay. So without putting this minus one, it's just going to take us to the next month, which is showed to us as results. That is September. But right now we want the last day of August, the last day, which is the previous month, which is July. Then after he has given us the last day of the previous month, we then added one day to it. So one plus that will give us give us 1st of this present month. Okay. So and this is how we were able to get that. So to be able to do this, we use the EOMONTH. So the EOMONTH, as I explained before, helped us to get the last day of a specific month. All right. So the next function we're going to be looking at is, before we look at the function, the question says 6 months from now, time preserved. 6 months from now, time preserved. So this question looks familiar with the ones we've done before, and it looks familiar with the 3 months from now, 12 months from now. So it's kind of similar. There's a way we can actually do this, but if you look at the previous examples we've done before using the same function that we're all familiar with, which is the EDATE function, it didn't give us the time, all right? But this time around, we want to get the time. And for us to be able to do this, we're going to be adding a function along with the EDATE function. So that will help us to preserve the time. So the function we're going to be adding together with the EDATE function and the now function is going to be the MOD. I believe that is mode, or let me just make it MOD. So the MOD gives us a remainder of a of numbers you've divided. Okay, so if you've done your division, let's say you want to divide 5 by 3, so that is 1, you made a 2, so 2 as a result is what that's going to give to us if we use the MOD function. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. Now if we use the mode function along with this, it's just going to preserve the time for us. So it's just going to be like we are dividing the same function together, but it's going to let us preserve the time for us. Okay, let's just see how it works. I believe once we look at it, we're able to what uh, understand what the reason why we had to use those functions together. Okay, so EDATE function comes first, so we need to specify the month. So EDATE open bracket now, then comma, then we have the month. So the month is going to be 6. Okay, so we close the parentheses. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the plus sign, then the MOD. So the MOD returns the remainder of divided numbers. Okay, so we put in the number. So this time around, the number is still going to be now, comma. Then we put in our divisor. Our divisor is going to be 6, which is this. So we close the bracket. Okay, so let's just enter this and see the result of this. All right. So this is it. So we're able to get the date and the time. So this time around, the time was preserved along with the date. Okay. So these are just few of the examples of the advanced way of using the now function. So we can only add it up with other functions for us to be able to like really use the now function. So normally the now function is just very simple. Once you just put in the now, open parentheses, close parentheses, and enter, it gives you your system date and time. All right. So including it with other functions then make it more even interesting. All right, guys. So if you have any other way in which you can actually apply this now function with any other function, comment. All right, so if you love this video, please kindly subscribe, like, and click on the notification bell. All right, so to be seen in the next class. Bye for now.